Antarctica is the wildest continent on Earth and the least visited. Others can be traversed, tamed, occupied, but Antarctica was uninhabitable until the 20th century and remained so until technology conquered the cold. Now there's no reason why people shouldn't enjoy this sensational landscape of mountains, glaciers and islands. Here's the whitest snow, the brightest sun, the bluest sea and the clearest sky anywhere. Unfortunately, though, Antarctica is also the Earth's most politicized continent. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty established it as a neutral, non-militarized region to save it from international rivalry and preserve it for scientific research. An entire continent was, in effect, donated to one profession for its exclusive use and enjoyment. The outcome is controversial. Antarctica is now dotted with some 50 national research bases, many of them blots on an otherwise pristine landscape. Access to these bases is highly prized by scientists. Demand is overwhelming, since national taxpayers foot bills that can run to $5,000 a week. Polar research is the most expensive, some might say overrated, on Earth. The American base at the South Pole is expanding so fast that a supply road is being driven to it across the ice from the coastal base. McMurdo Station, or Mac City, as it is more commonly known, is the biggest settlement on the continent, with a summer population of some 2,000 supplied by regular flights from New Zealand. Access to these flights is confined to scientists and support staff. This is a shame, because McMurdo Sound, beneath the smoking volcano of Mount Erebus on Ross Island, might have been the most scenic and romantic spot in Antarctica, and it was from here that various early 20th century explorers set off on their missions to the South Pole. Their frozen huts still survive along the shore and are Antarctica's only historic buildings. Yet today, the Sound is polluted by construction sites and jet emissions. For 10 years in the 1960s, it was even used as a dump for waste from a nuclear plant. Yet the chief inducement to the cleaning up of the continent has come from possible exposure to tourism, which explains the continued hostility of polar scientists towards the idea. At present, tourists must arrive by cruise ship, but cannot stay overnight on land. Access is thus mostly to the islands and glaciers of the peninsula nearest to South America, which has the advantage of being scenically the most appealing part of the continent. In time, I assume the ban on non-science bases will crumble through sheer weight of visitor numbers. Already a defiant private company, Adventure Network International, has built both an airstrip and a camp in the Patriot Hills. Others will surely follow. There is not the remotest risk of these vast and glorious spaces becoming overcrowded, and no reason why properly regulated tourism should pollute them. Antarctica may have been the wilderness reserve of a privileged elite, but I think those days are over. A new generation of visitors will have no interest in polluting or developing this corner of the globe. They will love it only for what it is. Antarctica is for seeing.
Now play the recording again.